How you feel about Diddy daughters leaving the courtroom after witnesses started testifying and detailing, the sexual acts between Diddy and Cassie?
I believe that I believe his daughters didn't believe it until they seen it. You heard me? And a tad bit of them were in disgust, number one. And number two, they can't believe that these people are saying this about their pa. So I believe that Diddy got his kids and his family around to make it look like he's a family guy, good guy persona. When the real truth of it is, um, if you have these type of serious charges, you shouldn't want your daughters around to hear this type of shit because number one, it's embarrassing. Number two, it's disrespectful. Number three, you're down bad for even letting them come into a situation, to hear the innocent. I believe young ladies are innocent. And I don't think it was the right thing to do to allow them to go to court to hear this type of stuff, especially when they're innocent and virgins, and still got a life to live. So I think Diddy is he's a little sick for that too. But that's just my opinion. You dig? I think he's a little sick for letting his daughters come to that trial and letting them hear all that. You dig? To try to it's selfishness. You dig? Because you're trying to give the court, your hermit, a understanding that you're a family guy, yet and still when they hear all this type of stuff, it makes you look bad either way, regardless of how that sound. And the jury, number one, ain't stupid. And the judge isn't stupid. They know what he doing. Period. That ain't a smart move. I don't think that was dope. So I hope that you heard me. It wasn't Diddy idea to do that. I truly do because you already been perceived as a sick dude. So you participating and letting your daughters come to that shit, you look way more sicker. You hear me? So that's just how I feel about that. So I hope that wasn't Diddy idea to bring his daughters to that. But yet and still, I've seen his daughters, and obviously they went today. So he don't give a because he's selfish and he's trying to give off that persona, which makes him even sicker. How you feel about that, brother? That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't get his point in doing that.
So if you don't get him bringing his daughters up there, then why would he bring his daughters? Give me that answer. Why? What else would you bring them for? It got to be for one reason. What reason you think it is?
Sympathy?
Sympathy. You see what type of nigga he is now? Some saying a selfish ass nigga. I wouldn't be caught dead bringing my daughters and no shit like that. However they say, whatever they saying about me, they not gonna see it face to face. Heavens no. You hear me? So it is what it is. I wouldn't do that. But hey, I'm not Diddy. And I don't want no sympathy party. I'm a grown man. So whatever I gotta face, I'm not gonna have my daughters around. My sons a little they get them niggas is goofballs. They don't kill anyway. Cause they brainwashed and they look at their daddy like he's the best nigga in the world, which they should, but yet and still they don't understand the detrimental predicaments that he put people in. All they care about is partying, having fun, fucking the little thotties that don't even care about them. Or you dig? They don't care about that. They just hope Diddy come home to keep getting that money so they can keep enjoying their life off other people's backs. But his daughters is a little different, and I have grace and sympathy and hope, wishful hoping that Diddy didn't allow them girls to come to that trial. I wish he stopped. Honestly, you heard me? I wish he stopped doing that because ain't nothing about that as a father is dope.
You heard how Cassie husband was mean mugging Diddy in the courtroom when the prosecutors were showing Cassie pictures of the men she slept with?
Say, bruh, why mean mug Diddy? You should mean mug them penises that's stuck in your goddamn old lady. How about that? Why mean mug a man? Mean mug them penises that went inside your wife. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna mean mug 14 people, not 13. You hear me? Yeah. Mean mug 14 people that stuck their penises in your wife before you had her. Not one. That's just my opinion. I feel like at the end of the day, dude is so out of the loop because he's brainwashed by victimization of Cassie. That's just facts. He's so brainwashed that he don't see it quite clear. He's so green that he can't understand the red lights. At the end of the day, I don't knock him. You heard me? I don't knock him because I feel like any man that take a vow to a woman should stand up for his woman. But at the end of the day, brother, I don't believe your woman told you her past as much as she should have. You did, because you wouldn't be mean mugging did it if she would have told you she had 14 penises in her in that era that she was in. Your chin will be up, because when your woman tell you what's out, you don't feel embarrassed or angry about it. So obviously, I don't think Cassie told him the truth. I think she halfway victimizingly brainwashed him. And that's why he mean mug Diddy. He look at Diddy like he's the devil. The real truth of it is, then who is she? Satiana? If Diddy is Satan, Cassie got to be Sataniana. You heard me? Gotta be. I feel like they both played the same role. If you're gonna prosecute Diddy, prosecute Cassie. The end. That's just how I see it. But hey, I ain't nobody. Is dude wrong for it? Yes and no. He's right by his wife and defending his wife, but he's wrong for just mean mugging Diddy when he should be mean mugging 14 people that put penises in her, not just one. Diddy didn't manipulate 13 penises to go into your wife. She opened the heavens gates, the heavens yes, for the heavens no, for it to go. So stop being green to the go. You dig? That makes sense? Stop being green to the go. She could have said heavens no. She didn't. She allowed it. He didn't manipulate her. I just don't feel like it was a manipulation situation. I just don't. I think she enjoyed it as much as he did. And guess who paid the price? The blue eye man. Sensational.
You heard how she testified that Diddy would take her phone, her laptop, and her iPad when she was on punishment.
Damn, the way he whooped that girl in the hallway, I can say I can't unsee that either. I'm gonna probably say I agree with that. I'll probably say that I think she's telling the truth. Um, what is that word? That's called coercion, and that's kidnapping, isn't it? That's kidnapping, isn't it? Am I wrong? Is that kidnapping? If if I'm if I'm in a situation with a woman and I get my security guards to take her property, that might be robbery. Either way, if you give it back to her or any such a matter of that, to me, it's still considered you're kidnapping her. So I would think that's horribly wrong. I think at the end of the day, did he have a egotistical control problem? I think Diddy feels invincible to the point where he feel like he can do what he want to do. And as much as I want to give Cassie the 100%, she's a she's a she's a participator as well. I know how men are as well, and men can be controlling. You dig? And men could be manipulators as well. So I 100%. I'm gonna rephrase a couple of things. Can I see Diddy doing that? Yes, yes, I could. But I still feel like, I seen Cassie do a lot of other things, a lot of jealous things as well. And I know a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, you're taking up for Diddy." I'm not taking up for fucking Diddy. I can care less what the happens to Diddy. I just don't want to see Diddy in prison. Period. I don't want to see no black man in prison. But if Diddy took the girl phone and had security doing all this and all that, regardless of what, that's wrong. And that's kidnapping, if you ask me. I don't know. Fact correct me, but I would consider that kidnapping and controlling. So how I feel about it, I feel like it's wrong, but it sounds like the diddler. Yeah, it sounds like the diddler. You dig? So I don't have nothing really big to say about that question, is because it sounds like him, and at times he could be a piece of shit. He could be a piece of shit. I see that. He could be a piece of shit, especially to women. Can you imagine how he treated us artists? So can you imagine how he treat women? So I know at times Cassie hated him, but also, mind you, they was in a polygamy. No matter how it sounds, if you break it down, this is what it was. They was in a polygamy, toxic relationship. At times she hated him for things he did. At times she loved him, because the same time that he got security to take the phones and all this here, he was also taking us places and spending 500 to $1 million on Cassie. So Cassie got to pick her fucking battles, because pause. If I was a woman, I wouldn't give a fuck if a man took my phone or not. If you're spending a $500,000 on me in front of niggas that's really working hard to give you that $500,000. See, Cassie got to pick up poison, baby. That's just how I see it.